Okay, this is November 1st, and this is an interview with Barbara Morales. And my name is Chris Hicks. I'm doing the interview, and I'm accompanied by George and Lowry. He's doing our video today. So, Barbara.
Yes.
You're on.
I know. I know.
So tell me, we were talking a little bit before the interview, and you were talking about your family.
Yes.
So let's start with that. You said you were one of 11 children.
Correct.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we lived in Sacramento, and at the age of 4 years old, I got burned, and all the kids were taken away and put in different homes.
Uh-huh.
3 of them were put in St. Patrick's Orphanage. 2 were put in Stanford Home. My younger sister and I were put in foster care, and I never saw them again until I was like 30 years old.
Wow.
Never saw my mother again. And then we all picked up where we left off after that many years, and we had a lot of gatherings here at the house here, at least every other weekend, and with all the children and grandchildren, and I got to meet my mother again. And so since then, there's only 2 of us left, one of my younger sisters.
Uh-huh.
I was third to the youngest, so.
Uh-huh. Okay, and when did you come to Orangevale?
In 1958?
Okay.
Yep, 1958.
Okay. And what brought you to Orangevale?
I was living with my foster parents, and they moved here.
Oh.
And we moved from the Sacramento area out here, and I went to school at Bella Vista, graduated. I was first graduating class from Bella Vista, and then I got married and had family, and then went into business. I became a hairdresser, and lived here ever since, and we bought this house, one of the original Orangevale colony homes, and we've lived here for 52 years.
Wow.
So,
okay. Lots of history there.
yes, yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your foster parents. What kind of, did they work? And if so, what kind of work did they do?
My foster dad, he retired from McClellan Air Force Base as a machinist, and my foster mother never worked. So.
And did you have other brothers and sisters in the foster, in that home, in the foster home?
No. It was
Okay,
just
so
my
you were
sister
just-
and I, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we were raised, my sister was a year and a half old when they got her, and I was in the hospital for a year after the burns, and then I went to their home when I was around about 5, because I was in the hospital almost a year before.
Wow.
Because of the, back then they didn't have what they can do in the burns centers today, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very fortunate, nothing shows, so,
Yeah.
could have been a lot worse.
And you said you got married. What year, do you remember what year you got married? Can you tell me what year?
Oh, 1961,
Okay.
my first marriage, and my second marriage was 1972.
Okay.
And we're married 52 years,
Wow.
so.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And my second husband pretty much raised all 4 of my children.
Okay, so you had 4 children,
Mm-hmm.
and can you tell me, is boys, girls?
My oldest is a boy, a man, and I had my twins, and then my youngest one is 54, my twins are 59, and my son is 61.
So the twins and your son are really quite close together in age.
Very close, very close, yes. And actually my twins were triplets, and one passed away.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been busy my whole life.
I can tell.
Yes, yes. And my children are all very successful and have wonderful families.
Do you have grandchildren?
7.
Wonderful.
All
My oldest one's 36 and my youngest one's 20.
All right.
None of them are married. All going to school and all that good stuff and working. So.
All right. Tell me, if you can, if you don't mind, tell me about your schooling
Well,
here in Orangevale.
well, I just went to high school,
Okay.
and then I went on to beauty college
Uh-huh.
and got my cosmetology license and went to work and worked as a hairdresser for 45 years.
So you probably got to know quite a few people here in Orangevale
Oh,
through that
yes,
business.
yes. I knew a lot. I've had a lot of clients, but sad as it is, they're older than I am, and most of them have passed. So,
Oh,
and so then I went on to. I wanted to kind of semi-retire, so I went to work at a retirement home part time
oh,
as a hairdresser.
oh, okay.
Yeah, which was nice. The
Yeah.
elderly, for the elderly, and they were really nice people. So,
Yeah.
their retirement, So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about your husband?
Well, my husband has passed away. He passed away in July, and he retired from the operating engineers. He was an equipment operator for 40 years. Yes, worked very hard.
Yeah.
Yes, hmm
Okay,
and he was really good to my children.
so he was their stepdad, but he was like closer than a stepdad.
Yes. They all loved him very much. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. He was a good man. Yes.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your experience in Orangevale. Did you have friends that, like in high school, that you were close to that?
Yes, and believe it or not, I've lost a lot of my friends from high school. That we stayed friends from high school. Oh yes, and actually 2 or 3 of them were hairdressers also.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they have since passed away. Yes, I've lost a lot of friends, close friends. But I've made a lot of friends, new friends, lost friends, made new friends. Yes, it was wonderful.
What kind of, did you have special activities that you liked in high school?
No, I didn't. I didn't do sports.
You didn't
My
excel?
my children did. My children did. Yes. My two of my daughters played basketball, and I have a granddaughter that's 6'2". She played basketball all the way through. Yeah.
Wow.
But all my grandsons are like 6'4" and 6'5".
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You've got a whole basketball team.
Oh, I definitely do. Yes. I feel like a little midget next to them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
but they're all good kids. So.
Great. Okay. Tell me what your most interesting experience has been while you've lived in Orangevale.
I have no idea. Like what?
Nothing that sticks out that,
No.
okay.
I just, like I said, it's changed a little bit, and like Lupe from L&M, we've known each other since he worked at Capri Market, and and all the people at Capri Market was, our friends too.
Sure.
All of them, and since then, most of them have passed too. See.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was pretty busy just raising family, having family here, so.
Well, with twins and your other children so close in age, so.
Yeah, and then they always had their friends here, and, my one daughter had her wedding reception here, and there was 325 people
Wow.
at our house.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? And then my other daughter, she had her reception here too, which was a little smaller scale, but she had hers here too. So 325 people.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
beautiful though. It
Yeah,
was
I'll bet
beautiful.
it was.
Yeah, it was.
It's
All
a
many-
perfect setting.
yeah. That's what everybody said. It was.
Yeah.
My husband and I worked a year on this yard getting it ready. It took-
Wow.
yeah, we worked hard for it. So,
Yeah.
but we enjoyed it. So.
I'm kind of drawing a blank, sorry. Tell me a little bit about, do you have like clubs that you belong to
No.
or?
No.
Okay.
Like I told you, I've been taking care of my husband for the last couple of years. So I kind of had no outside interest, you know. I was, and then I was taking care of my sister also.
Okay.
And so my life's been on hold for the last few years, you know.
Did
Just-
your sister live here?
Yes.
At your home?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I took care of her and I was taking care of my husband, so.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't get to, I used to have to race to the store all on a clock and come back and that was it. That's all the time I had.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I haven't been able to actually be able to do anything the last couple of years, so.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'll be able to, yeah.
Do you
I'm
have,
just not used to going anymore. You know, I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah, made a difference in my life, yeah.
Right.
I was always so busy, you know, going to work, and even when I was working just part-time, you know, I was just busy. And I love to do yard work. That's my hobby, actually, has been for many, many years, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite plant or
Oh, I
flower?
just like everything.
Everything,
I have everything. I have everything. I like them all. Roses, whatever, plants, trees, I like everything. So, ferns, I mean everything, so.
Would you say you have a green thumb?
Well, I would never have thought so, but I guess I do because they all grow. That's what it takes. But I like them. I enjoy it. So, but I'm kept very busy here with the house and the yard. So,
Yeah.
and I do all the yard work. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
keeps me busy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never bored.
Tell me a little bit about your house. It's historical? Is it a
Yes, it
historical?
is. It was built in 1897. And it was one of the first original Orangevale colony homes. And we moved here, well, it's probably 75 years old when we moved in here, so. And at one time, we understand it was a dairy,
Oh,
and they owned 1,100 acres from Hickory to Sunrise.
wow.
Yeah,
Isn't that interesting?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, and their name is,
Yeah, if the name of the dairy comes to you, that would be tremendously good.
I'll always, Kerrigan's? I always try to remember that. And then the Hardisons were after them, and we bought from the Hardisons. But let's see, it's not Kerrigan's. But I've never been able to find anything about them. Kerrigan's. It's sort of like that.
Okay.
So like Kerr.
No, I think it's CARR, but it was a dairy.
Right.
From what I understand, they own 1,100 acres. That's all the,
It's a huge piece of property.
yeah, well, it went from Oak to Sunrise, from what I understand. They
Wow.
owned all of this,
Wow.
so.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Sadie Cable lived right across the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right on this corner.
Cool.
She was one of my clients and a friend.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't just clients, we were friends.
Sure.
You know, all these people, we were friends, you
Right.
know. And Vernon, he was a friend of ours too, so.
I'm
Vernon
sorry.
Cable?
Her son, Vernon Cable,
Oh, for,
yeah. Yeah.
okay. Let's see, what do I want to say? Okay, you lived in this house for a long time. You raised your children here. Tell me about your business. Did you start small and it
Actually,
grew,
it started
or-
off, we called it Partners in Hair, and it was right here on Greenback, right, and we opened it the same year that Loopy opened L&M Liquor in Delhi, and there was 5 of us, and that's why we called it Partners in Hair. But the other 3 of them had other things they opportunities or whatever. So there was only myself and Louis Marquez, but we still kept it Partners in Hair,
Sure.
and we had it for 17 years, and then we sold it. So.
And then, did you continue with hair?
Oh yes,
after
I
that?
continued with hair, but the gal that bought it, I worked for her.
Oh.
She had Cheryl's Salon. Have you ever heard of that?
No, that's something I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I worked for her, and then I retired, semi-retired, and went to work for the retirement home. So,
Oh, okay.
well, after Cheryl's, I went to work at the barber shop on Main Avenue. You know, Kathy, Will owns the barber shop there. He's still there. So, and I only worked there a couple of years, and then I went semi-retired over to the retirement home. So in Roseville.
So, I'm sorry, how many years did that span?
Which one?
From when you first started working till you retired?
Well, it was 45 years. From
45 years.
74 to, well, just the COVID. When the COVID
Oh.
hit, I had no choice.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had to. In fact, when I went to work that day, they'd already locked the doors.
Oh.
So, and from then on, I said, well, but I had intended to retire the following year, like the first of the year,
Yeah.
and this was afterwards. So
Yeah.
a year after that, I had intended to retire. Yeah, I kept saying that, but I enjoyed working. So,
Yeah.
and then that did it. So then, and then it all worked out because then my sister got ill, my husband got ill. So
So you were available to them?
yes, I was. Yeah,
Yeah.
continued to work.
Yeah, really?
I would rather have gone to work. No, it was hard, but it was worth it. It was
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah,
But I did, so I don't regret 1 minute of it. So
okay. Do you have any specific memories that stand out for you living in Orangevale?
no, raising my family, working in the same area that you live in is really nice. I always see somebody. I still see somebody. Usually, I go to the store. I always see somebody, which is a nice, you
Yeah.
know, always nice. Yeah, every time I go to Winco, I meet somebody. I always, Barbara, it's just nice. Yeah, so, yeah. And that's nice being in a small community that, growing up there and raising and we were always involved with my kids' sports and everything, so we met people through school and, it's nice. Teachers, everything, so. Yeah, we were pretty involved in all the children's lives, grandkids' lives. So you stayed active in the community, So
Okay. Well, is there anything, George, that you can think of that I've missed or?
Well, did you go to like the powwow days? Did you ever attend the powwow days?
well, I did, but that was years ago when my kids.
Were little?
I didn't go. I don't go now, no.
Yeah.
But then it was powwow days. Then, yes,
Right.
yeah.
Well, one thing, we have, little subgroups in the Orangeville History Project, and one of those we call History Detectives. So I'm going to propose to the people on the History Detectives that they contact you later and, get some information about the history of the house itself.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I keep saying it's Kerrigan's, but it's going to come to me later. I'm not positive that's right, but the reason too is, when I first moved here back in 1972 or 70, say it was 74 or whatever, there was this young man that walked up the driveway. And I would say he was pretty close to my age. I was 26 years old when I moved here.
Okay.
I was a kid myself, and this young man come and I asked him, "Can I help you?" And he says, "Whenever I'm in this area, I always come by." It was his grandfather's place.
Oh,
As a memory to come by and look at the old place, he said.
Right.
And Kerrigan's? I think it might be Kerrigan's, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm close, real close.
Right.
Okay.
And and you know, I can never find anything from, like the deeds and anything, I remember, because we got it from the Hardisons, see, so they were before the Hardisons. So somebody must know about this place though,
Yeah.
especially being a dairy. In fact, out there, that slab was part of the barn for the dairy. We kept that slab for that reason.
Yeah.
And the brick, that brick was part of the, kind of an ugly brick, but we kept it because it was part of the, you know, where they milk the cows and
Oh,
stuff.
milking parlor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kept it. I mean, it's kind of an ugly brick, but it kind of went with the house, and you know, we didn't want to take it down. So
Yeah.
we tried to keep everything. We updated, but we tried to keep it the way it was.
More original.
More original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
So-
great idea.
Yeah. So like we put new windows in because we had to. You know, I mean, but that kind of stuff. We tried to keep everything pretty much. You know, the kind of look. You know. So.
Well, maybe one of your children or grandchildren could bring you to an Orangeville History Project meeting, and you could see you know, we actually have on 8920 Sunrise a clubhouse, if you want to call it that.
Whereabouts on Sunrise?
It's north of the park headquarters. And you know the
Sunrise
park-
or Hazel?
Oh, I'm
Hazel.
sorry. It's Hazel, yeah.
Yeah.
You said Sunrise.
Did I
Yeah,
say Sunrise?
it's-
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna say,
Hazel.
why are we guys in Sunrise here?
Yeah.
Oh, Hazel and what? Oh, you mean right at the park? You mean at the,
It's right
Oak and
next
Oak?
door.
by Oak?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, the park, the Orangeville Park, right?
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
Yeah. So, the
Is
next-
it, it's not at the community center, it's
north of there?
north of there, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our own little place,
Is
and
it?
and our display's inside.
See, I want to get over there to see that anyway, so.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and you don't just have to come at meeting time. It has.
I think it's Kerrigan's.
We-
I think their name is Kerrigan's.
Okay. We have meetings once a month where they do a presentation about a segment about Orangevale.
How
We-
nice.
We've done presentations on houses that have been built here, on people that have lived here, different events that have occurred here. So it's an interesting meeting.
I'll bet it is, yeah.
And then the museum is there, and of course, we're collecting artifacts.
Yeah.
We have some set up already.
Wow.
And, you know, we have, that's open, like usually, I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. And we're open like about 3 or 4 hours each of those days.
Wow.
And I can get you the information if you like.
Well, my husband used to work for Greenhalgh,
Oh,
you know, in construction, when they had their, he worked there for a few years with them, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a big historical footprint in this town.
Oh, yeah, I know it. And on every corner, there's a relative at one time,
Yeah.
Sadie, and then there, Lily Trivy on the other corner, and then there was another sister on the corner of Maine, and, oh, there were so many of them, yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, maybe you get one of your kids or grandkids to come by with a laptop or something, and get you to the Facebook page for the Orangeville History
Yeah.
Project.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a meeting tonight, but that's probably short notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're every month at the first Wednesday of the month.
Do you think anybody would know how to, you know, it's somebody that's still alive that lived would know this family, would have known this original family.
Yeah.
But you know, we never did check that out. I don't know why, but why do I keep saying Kerrigan's or something of that nature, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never heard the name anywhere in Orangeville since then. I mean, I've never heard of it.
Well, I mean, somebody in the group either knows about that family
Yeah.
or knows how to do the research to find
Yeah,
them.
because they'll know this house, because this house was part of the rest of the houses, like, all the way down Central, and Filbert has an old houses too.
Right,
I don't know how many's left, but
Right,
quite a few are gone now, but.
yeah.
If your grandson will look up this name on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
it will give you information about the meetings and the museum.
Oh,
and-
well, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, my phone will probably do that too, won't it?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, sure, I'll just look it up on my
Sure.
phone.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I do everything with I do have a good phone, so,
Yeah.
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 Okay, is there anything you'd like to add or
No,
anything that we've missed that,
no, I don't think so. You know, like I said, I haven't been able to get out much anymore the last couple of years, so I haven't been really socially active for the last couple of years, but.
do you have plans to get out more and do some things?
Well, probably yes. But
Can
you
you
know,
share
it's only been like 4 months since my husband passed,
Yeah.
so you
Oh,
know,
right,
it's not been too. A lot of paperwork to do and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that good stuff. Now it's pretty much all gone, all done. So
Yeah,
it seems like it takes forever. So
yeah.
things are getting back, and my one daughter, she comes down and from school, and they usually take me out to lunch once a week, and my other daughter takes me out to dinner, and
Oh,
and my son lives right next door.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Wonderful, that's
And
great.
my one daughter, my twin daughter, lives about a mile down the road.
Right.
My other daughter lives in Cool, and I have one that lives in Concord. So, yeah. Yeah, my children are wonderful to me, so.
That's good.
And my grandchildren are real close if I need them, and one grandson lives with me, so I'm better off than most.
Yeah.
Squared away.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm not lonely, believe me, so,
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
My-
a big risk.
Yeah, and my one daughter, my youngest daughter, she calls me every morning,
Oh.
every day. Isn't that nice?
That
Yeah.
That
is
is
wonderful.
nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then I have a few good friends. We communicate. They're single. Well, now they're single like me, but and two good friends. So we communicate at least 3 times a week, each one of them. So
Oh.
you know, communication is real
Yeah.
important.
Very
Yeah.
good, very so.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What do you do for grocery shopping?
I go to Winco.
Oh, right, you said that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a mile down the road.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
If they don't have it, nobody has it.
No, and you can't beat their prices. So,
No.
and then usually I go to Rayleigh's so once about every other week for my meat. I like
Oh,
Rayleigh's
yeah.
meat, so
Right.
I'm kind of picky about that. So.
Right.
And I still do cook because my grandson he's a big man.
Uh-huh.
When I say big, he's probably one of the biggest men you'll ever see.
Really?
His shoulders are like 52 across,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
and he's very, very tall.
Yeah.
In fact, my friend was over the other day, and she saw him going to the bathroom area, and she goes, "You know, Barbara, he is one big man." I said, "Yes, he is." In fact, I had some gardeners come here to do some work, and I don't know, it was kind of a strange question they asked me. He says to me, "Do you live here by yourself?" And I said, No, my grandson lives with me." And about that time, my grandson walked out the door into that. But it was kind of, I just thought it was kind of a strange question to ask me. Do you
Yeah.
live here by yourself? And I didn't know them. And there was just something about him I wasn't real
Yeah.
crazy about. So my kids got after me. They said, "You let us get your work," because they go through the Orangeville referrals,
Right, right.
and they, all the references they get.
Yeah.
And so they said, "We'll get them for you,"
Yeah.
Cool.
because you never know.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
This world is a different world.
That's true.
Different world.
Yeah.
Not the world I grew up in. And fortunately, my children didn't grow up in this world, that world either.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. Just like we were talking about trick or treating, my kids used to take a pillowcase and be gone for hours.
Right.
Now you don't even see kids out trick or treating
Yeah.
because it's not safe.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Not safe. I wouldn't let my kids go anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun growing up here, though,
I'll
in
bet.
Orangeville. Yes, it was a place for kids.
What kind of fun?
Oh, they'd go down to the creek and, just roam all over the country, all their friends. And back then we had 2 dogs. both German Shepherds. Well, the dogs never left the yard. The only time they left the yard is if those kids left the yard. And guess what? Up and over the fence they went.
Wow.
They'd never let those kids leave without them going.
Right.
Isn't that amazing?
That is great.
And then every day at 2:45, they'd jump the fence and go down to the school, and each one would go to the classroom, put their paws up. We come to get you.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
That sounds
Every day those dogs would do that.
Wow.
They knew what time those kids got out of school. Huh?
Yeah.
We didn't train them. They just did that. And remember the East Area Rapist?
Yes.
My dogs were outside dogs. But my husband was working out of town at that time, and I said, it just made me nervous. I had 3 daughters, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to bring the dogs in. Sure enough, one went to that door, one went to this door, and they were still there the next morning when I got up.
Wow.
And they weren't inside dogs, but they knew something
Yeah.
was wrong. So
What breed were they?
shepherds,
Uh-huh.
both German shepherds, yeah. But we didn't train them that way.
Yeah.
But they were devoted to those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
But they were the same way with the grandkids, though. My pool guy I don't have pool service anymore. I do it myself. But he used to come, and his name was Mike, and his son was going to help him out for the summer. And so the 2 grandkids, they were young, they were in the pool, and his son was at the gate, and that dog was not letting him in. And so Mike says to me, Barbara, what's wrong with King? I said, I don't know. And all of a sudden, I said, I know. They don't know him. And the pool, those kids were in the pool. And he said, you're right.
Yeah.
They were doing the dog was doing his job.
That's right.
Yeah. So we couldn't blame the dog. The kid was scared to crap, was the whole thing. But at least, what if he wasn't a good guy,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, when that East Area Rapist, my dogs had never been in the house. I mean, they were outside dogs. And as soon as I brought them in, they knew. They knew there was something wrong. One went there, one went there. Next morning, they're both right there. Amazing, huh?
That is.
Yeah. Yeah. We always had dogs, yeah. 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 Until now, I don't want, I miss not having a dog, but I waited out. I said, I don't want to get up at night.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to buy dog food.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay vet bills. And I said, you know what? No.
Yeah.
No animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're expensive, and
Yeah.
you got them, you got to take care of them. So,
Yes. Yeah.
So I said no. I miss not having a dog. I'm not saying that, and I don't want to have to go out and clean up dog doo and all that. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
especially after I broke my back, I almost thought about getting a dog, and then I said, you know what? No. I could trip, if it was a small dog, I could trip over it.
Yeah.
It goes on and on and on. So I said, no. I weighed them out, no dog. So, and then I have a couple neighbor cats, so I'm happy with the cats. They go home, they're great.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So, and then I do babysit my one daughter's dog every summer for 2 weeks. So I do
Oh.
have a dog, yeah.
Yeah.
So and after he goes home, that's when I got my fix.
Okay. Is that it?
I can't think of anything else.
Oh,
Unless you
okay.
can. Is there anything just
Okay. Is there
comes to
anything?
mind you want to share with us?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I love Orangeville. And my one daughter said, Mom, you can always come up and live up there. And I go, you know what? I've lived in Orangeville all my life. I said, I'm probably going to die here. That's my choice. If hopefully, that's what I'd like to do, is just
Sure.
stay here the rest of my years. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
been here all my life, basically. So
Yeah.
important parts of my life, anyway.
You're very fortunate to have the option.
Yes, I am, huh? And I may put the place up for sale next year, but I don't know for sure, The thing is, I keep telling the kids they want me to because they think it's too much work, which it is a lot of work, I have to admit. But I enjoy it. And I said, when I can't do it, then I know. But I said, why would I want to buy another house?
True.
Why do I want to start over again? Not at my age. I'm going to be 80 years old.
Yeah.
That's kind of silly, isn't it? Start all over again? And I'm not into mobile homes. Some people are, but maybe I will someday, but not now. And you know, I'm 80 now. I'm going to be 80, so you know, a few more years. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
So
Well, you might want to, with your kids and grandkids, explore the option of what's called an accessory dwelling unit.
yeah, well, they want to get me a what they call a tiny home.
Yeah.
They have 5 acres up there in Cool. But my granddaughter says, Grandma, you wouldn't be happy up there. She said, you've been down here, you've been here all your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah. It's easy to become isolated.
Yes, and
Yeah.
especially up there, you know, in Cool,
It's tiny.
well, it's also, everybody's got acreage, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have next door neighbors.
Right.
Right.
And so it's beautiful. I mean, I like it up there. I'm not saying that, but I don't know anybody up there.
Yeah.
And to start at my age, making new friends, you know,
Yeah.
it's different, you know.
Right.
Like I said, I can go to the store. I go to the store at least whenever I go to the store, I know somebody.
Yeah.
We talk.
Yeah.
We talk. Barbara, you know,
Yeah.
Barbara, you know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And that's nice to live in a community like that.
Yes. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
and I have a wonderful, she's about 58, this one next door, and she's 60 across the street. I got 3 young boys across the street, and I got another young couple there, and they're all so good to me. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that
That's
is
wonderful.
nice.
And yeah, I'm very fortunate,
Yeah.
yes. And they all say, if you need anything, Barbara, just give us a holler.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
her son-in-law is a young man, and he says, Barbara, if you need something, you call me, I'll be right there for you.
Oh, wow.
And these 3 boys, they're all they not young. They're all young, but they're all so nice. You know, I needed something moved to the street. They came over. I wanted to pay them. You know, no, you're not giving us no money. They just did it. So good kids. And then my son's there. So
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah.
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 So if I need anything, he's right there for me. So
Great.
so I really have a good setup here. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
It is. It's very supportive.
Yes, and yes, it is. So, and if I need anything, when I broke my back, gosh, my kids were here constantly. You know, so yeah, that didn't help me.
No.
Set me back quite a bit, but
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Takes time.
Good.
Was this recently?
Yes, in April.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I fell, broke my back. I was in a cast for. That's while I was taking care of my husband too. Wasn't easy, but I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to do half what I did, but I did it anyway. So,
Yeah.
anyway, just they said it'll just take time, but it did put years on me. I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
Yes. But and then taking care of him at the same time,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't easy. No.
Yeah.
I got through
That's
it.
a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot, but good thing I was in good health though. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was just one of those things that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well.
Okay, well,
we-
guys, I appreciate it.
We appreciate you
Yeah, we're
talking
very
with
grateful
us.
for you taking time.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay.